Hello, my name is Meher, and today I'm going to be showing a visualization that I created to display the victims of gun violence in Boston. This visualization is a part of my course at Data Visualization course at Northeastern University. So, our dataset contains the records of incidents of gun violence which are reported in the city of Boston from 2015 to 2023. It includes various features such as the shooting date, district, demographics of the victim, victim gender, victim ethnicity, and the race. The purpose of this homework was to explore the data set and find any meaningful insight from it. To visualize my data, I used a group bar chart. So the task here was to identify the race which have been the most victim to gun violence, and the users here are not restricted to a particular set. This visualization is for anyone who's interested in understanding the data, the understanding the crimes and the communities if are affected by it, for researchers who are working on this field, or it's also intended for the authorities who are responsible for ensuring the safety and welfare of citizens. So our data is taken from a public data set, which is available here. And this data set is a record maintained by Boston City Administration. So here is our data set that we used here. Now for the data pre-processing, we did few steps so that our data could fit the visualization. We first begin by removing the data where the records where the victim race was not mentioned or it was unknown. Secondly, the shooting date was given in the format of a date and time, so we have to extract the year from it, and then we created a set, so that a set where we can have a unique years and the races, the victim races, the races which are recorded in the data set, and then we calculated the number of cases for each and every race, and then we grouped it by the year, and then we created a final data set which include three attributes. First is the year of the incident, the victim race, and the number of cases for those particular race. So first we begin by just taking two columns from our raw data. We took columns of shooting date and victim race. Then we extracted the year from the shooting date, and that's how our data look like right now. We have got here shooting date, which is the year, and the victim race. Then we created two sets. This set will give us the years of the data, from where the years, the starting year and the last recorded year, and this will give the unique races which are present in the data set. So in our data set, we have a data which is recorded from year 2015 to 2023, and there are three races present in the data set: Black or African American, White, and Asian. Then we counted the number of cases for each and every race, and then we grouped it by the year. So this is what we got. Like you see here, for in the year 2015, the number of uh, Black or African American victims were 207, for White 36, and Asian 1. Then we created a final data set which we will be using to visualize our data, and the final data set that we got is this. This has three features: year, victim race, and cases. And you can see for the year 2015, this is the victim race, and this is the number of cases for this. Then we use the group bar chart and we plot our data, and this is how our plotting looks like. The blue one represents Black or African American, the white one, the orange color represents the white race, and the red color the Asian, and the x-axis is the timeline. Here you can see the 2015 to 2022. Also, we didn't consider the year 2023 because we didn't had enough data for this, and the y-axis represents the number of cases for this. So the insight that we got from this is Black or African Americans have been the most victim to gun violence in Boston, and there is a huge difference in the number of victims between African Americans and the other races. As you can see from the graph, the bar for African American is way too high compared to the white race and the Asian race. Also, the number of victims of Black or African American have been reduced like 50% from 2015 to 2022. As you can see here, the cases are recorded 128, and here it's 207. But this trend has not been the same for the given period, because you can see there has been years when the cases are reduced, but there also has been certain years where it has reached its peak. It reached its peak in 2020, when the most number of victims for Black or African Americans recorded is in 217. Now, for victims of white race, the trend has been remained quite constant throughout the period, and the data has been the range has been almost between 45 to 35. The white victims reached their peak in the year 2017, when the highest number of white victims to gun violence were recorded from 47. While the trend for Asian has remained constant, almost constant throughout 2015 to 2022, and there has been not much cases reported for Asian races. The highest number of victims in a single year for Asian races were two, which was reported in the year 2017 and 2019. Surprisingly, in year 2018, 2020, and 2021, there were no Asian victims to gun violence. So a conclusion can be drawn that Black or African Americans are the most victims to gun violence in Boston. So that was our insight from the data set, and thank you for watching.